Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the final race before the Rezzies come in tomorrow. But this is the Real Stuff Division 4 and the last of the sprint rounds, the first sprint round for Season 11. You're joined in the commentary box by the #1 commentary team of all of Rush. We don't say it lightly, but we are the standard. It's myself, Rapid Pajala, and joining me, our very own Winter. Good evening to you, mate. How are we?
Good evening, Rapid. I'm looking forward to this.
Yes.
I'll tell you that. The amount of high-speed sections that we see on this track, the slow speed and medium speed corners, it's going to be absolutely epic to watch. I can tell you that.
Very, very true. Danny in the chat, wow, what a statement. Well, Danny, we can't be, when you're this good, what do you say? What do you say about us? I don't know. Anyway, hopefully the racing is as good as our commentary. Who knows? But time will tell, Winter. It's going to be a great race. We've got obviously the sprint and then followed by the main race a little bit later on. So let's go on trackside and see what these boys are up to.
Yeah. We're just getting SQ1 sprint quality underway as we do. I'll go through the grid here.
Yep.
So we've got the two Ferraris of Coops on Sticks and Bobby, the Alpines of Uncle Morty, and if I can find the other one, Shining Swarm, Rooster Cart, DR3 in the Mercedes, Romeo and Kenobi and Cruz in the V-Cubs, Milano and Mars in the Audis. Another championship contender, Creeper in the Aston Martin with his teammate Vroms. Thanks for hosting tonight, Vroms. And then we got the two Williams of Paul and Hill and Donjay. Can they bring out some shock today? We got the back-to-back race winner, Epic, in the Mclaren with his teammate Conrad. They seemed pretty fast last week in Brazil. We got the two Hasses of Ian Mack and Hogo Pogo. And we got the two Red Bulls, one of them is yet to join, Pierre Cap and Kung Bus. And also Audi Motor and Slippergoon. Sorry.
Well, Pierre Cap's actually on track, mate. So just letting you know he has joined. And obviously, hopefully, looks like he's going to be the first guy out. So let's get the telemetry up. We'll get track map going. Bit of detail, obviously. We've got a couple of in the reds, a few guys on the mediums for the sprint quali. So let's see how that all pans out for these guys.
Yeah, the mediums is the real optimum tyre to start this quali session. Obviously, it's not the main quali. You want to save a set of softs.
Yeah.
Possibly even for that main actual quali where the big points are. The points are down to P8, baby. It's going to be an absolute sprint to the finish, and you'll see the racing on track.
Slushy there. So obviously, the man to beat is Elke, or in here is Hamden Fenn. Currently on an outlap as well. He's won the first two races in the Mclaren. It was a really good race around in the 100% around Brazil, 71 laps, action-packed. Do yourself a favour, go back and watch that replay. It was entertaining to commentate and a lot more fun to watch as well. So congratulations to Elke. Can he make it 3 in a row tonight, mate? That's the question that everybody's asking.
Yeah, the big question is there going to be another back-to-back repeat for Epic in the McLaren?
Yep.
Obviously, showing good pace in Abu Dhabi obviously having a good battle with Creeper. Came down to the final lap, the final corners maybe, where Creeper had that spin. I don't want to give any bad PTSD for him, but it's Epic on a roll here.
Yes, exactly. Well, he's won the first two. You can't have a better start than that. And I'm sure his TP is very, very happy with his opening form. Let's see if he can keep it up. Riding on board here now with Piercat. He was the first across the line. The first lap in Venom comes around here to the end of section 1. And he went purple, but it's already been improved on. Coming through the last of the sections, braking hard at the 100 metre, up to this long back straight, clips the inside apex nicely, drifts the car out into straight mode, deploying the battery as hard as he possibly can, looking to try and re-energise as he comes down to the end of this straight. He will be the benchmark to start, but you would imagine they're going to improve ever so slightly. Goes through on the medium tyres, and now into section 2 does Piercat go. He's 10 seconds up on his outlap, but obviously you expect he's gone purple, but again, it has been improved on by someone a little bit further down, so it is not going to hold. But he will be the first one to come across the line, and it will provide us with the benchmark for the rest of this sprint qualifying session winter.
Yeah, here we go with Piercat out of the final, into the final corner. What's it looking like? He takes it. It doesn't really touch the inside curve, but what is it for Piercat? It's a 105.059. I was just looking at Epic partly in that lap. Epic is on a flyer.
Okay, let's go take a look at him. The man that's currently leading the championship with the perfect one is coming across. He's gone purple, and bang, 133.405 McLaren. Shots fired. He's in some rare form. And take a look at down those sector times. It is all EP all the way. So he's the fastest. Cruiser's just come back in as well with a 134.4. He's got a 1 second gap. And Winter, he's done this on the mediums, if you don't mind. A really good start from him. I'd be super impressed with that with the 133.405 there on the mediums. Good work from him to start off this. Riding on board with Uncle Morty in the Penny. Through section 2 here, or to the end of it. Isn't improving on that time. Sorry, mate, you were going to say?
He has a lot of battery for the sector 2 section. Was he saving it up to burn it all out of here and possibly gain a lot of time on Epic? It doesn't really seem like it that he's really... Like, no disrespect, but it doesn't really look like he's on a push slap at the moment.
No.
But...
You're talking about Morty here? No, he doesn't. He definitely not. Yeah.
I think he may have made a mistake in his lap. Is there anyone else that we can see that's finished in the lap? DR3 is invalidated.
What about
Creeper's gone?
Creeper's gone. What about Roll Me One Kenobi in the RB? Slightly down through the first sector. Coming to the end of sector 2. He's 1 second down on the best time. Currently set, and he's on the reds with a 133.405. Lammy in the chat is saying, mate, Epic is almost on Div 3 pole pace. So did someone do a little bit of sandbagging to start off with this season? I'm not too sure. I'm sure the governor is watching very, very closely just to see. Roll Me One Kenobi coming across the line here. And it is good enough for P3 with a 134.318, but still almost a second down on Epic's best time. It is all to play for with only 5 minutes to go. Any surprises for you, Winter?
I think the main surprises is the V-Cups for me. Obviously not really been on pace to start the season, but P3 and 4 moment on the medium bankers, wow, that's a big shot for me.
Yeah.
Pulling up the line 36.2, that is a bit of a weird lap. You might have made a big mistake, costing him a lot of time. I think DR3's on a lap currently. In Sector 3, into the final 2 longos. These corners can be compared to Austria's turn. I don't know what it...
No, he's boxing.
Corners.
He's boxing DR3.
Yeah. I think Shiny Swarm's on a lap now.
Okay.
Into the second hairpin for Shining
got him.
Swarm.
Go
How's
for it,
it
Winter.
looking? Yeah, so down his back straight. Is he going to try to take the shortest line possible, which is staying to the right all the way to open up the corner? And the question is, how much of the how much of the curve does Shining Swarm take? He takes a good lot. Is there a big chance for Shining Swarm to possibly go into the top 5 here? You did go purple in sector 2, so this is going to be a big lap for Shining Swarm. Into the long right-hander now, coming towards the final 2 corners. What's it going to be like for Shining Swarm?
Well, soon find out. Comes around to the last into turn 20. Comes across the line, and where's it going to put him? It's going to put him P11. The Singapore Sling, Shining Swarm. Apparently he likes that Singapore name, even though he's not from Singapore, apparently. He likes to correct us on that. But nice work, P11 for him. What about Coops? He is 1.5 seconds down already, so he's not on a fast lap. He's going to go again. What about Rooster Cat? Or Coops? Through here. Because they've got the same number. That's the reason why they're coming up exactly the same.
Yeah, I think Rooster Cat's on a pusher here, but he's not really a lot of battery into these final 2 corners.
No.
He doesn't seem to be anywhere close towards the pack. It does not improve, he invalidates.
Invalidates, so he's gone. Coops is now on a hard lap. Who is he pushing this time? Maybe he's taking a couple of laps to improve. Or JQ. Where's JQ going at the moment? He's at the top. Jeez, oh, wow. He got a little bit out of sorts there. Into turn 1. Looks like he might have bailed on this lap. I would say he has. Definitely not improving at all. What about Hogo Pogo? And he's on a 134.238. So a little bit of pressure. And here comes your championship leader coming out for his hot lap on the reds. Now, if he's done a 133.405 on the mediums, Winter, what are you expecting?
I'm expecting a big improvement. The improvement can be up to, I don't know, 6 to 8 tenths in the tyre difference alone. Hogo Pogo does seem to be on a push lap, or he might be doing a double out lap to possibly get the fuel down. But my prediction here, I reckon Epic's going to get into the 32s.
Yeah,
that's my.
I think it's probably right. Conrod's gone across the line, so he's now gone on a 34.3. So that's his last lap. Coops is going to go for one final push. What about Ian Mack? He's coming through. Is he improving? He's gone green 2 first sectors, so he's on a push lap here, Ian, in the Haas. His teammate Hogo Pogo right up there in second position as he comes round into the last sector. You're right, and Conrod's got the fastest third sector, a 38.95. What's Ian got in store for us as he goes around the last turn, across the line, good enough for P14.
Yeah, solid lap for Ian Mack there, getting ahead of, I don't know, 6 other cars.
Yep.
That is what you would like to see. Major improvement from the driver going 45 on a banker to 36.0. That's a good improvement for Ian Mack.
Exactly. Okay, so Trav or DR3 coming around. This will be his final lap. He's gone wide. Oh, geez, I tell you what, just cling to the edge of the track as he goes around the last turn. He hasn't improved really that much over this, and he's gone into a 135.7, so he won't be happy with that DR3. What about VR Room? Is he coming through Sector 1? We're obviously keeping on board. Let's ride on board with the championship leader then, Winter. As he comes through on his final push lap, he's gone to 25.2. Purple Sector 1. This is just mesmerising stuff as he comes around to the hairpin to go onto the main straight. Improving as he goes along, Winter, and I reckon this is going to be, I think your prediction of a 132 could just well and truly be on the cards.
Yeah, you can see the amount of lifting and coasting this man is doing to gain the battery back wherever he can. A big lift into turn 12, little wheel flick, gets the car stopped, beautiful exit into the entry. Goes purple, he's 3.5 tenths up. This possibly could be a 32.
He's improving as it goes along. Danny Rock in the chat, get this man into Div 3. I'm not going to disagree with the way he's driving. He's almost a full second. Milano's gone around in the Audi in a 134.1. He's the closest. So the gap is going to be, how much is it going to be? Is he going to get in the 132s? It is a 132.7. That is 1.4 seconds clear of seconds. Take this bloke and stick him in Div 3 now, Winter. Thoughts?
Yeah, that is a crazy lap time from Epic. Obviously showing that he's not willing to give up this championship yet. Even though we're even four rounds in, it's going to be an absolute sprint to the finish, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not too sure about you, but yeah, questions have already been asked in the chat about this guy's history and whether he will be staying in Div 4 for much longer. I tell you what, with a performance like that, Winter, I cannot see it happening.
Me neither, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. But good on him. You got to put it on the track, so he will take the pole for the sprint. So let's go through, and it is Hampden or Epic from Milano, Slipper Goose, Hergo, Pogo, Roll Me One Kenobi, Cruz, Conrad, Jaquad, Pearcat, and Mars is your top 10. Uncle Morty, Bobby, Shining Swarm, Trackstar DR3, Ian Mack, Coops on Sticks, VSC, Paulini P7, V-Room, and Roster Cat and Creeper rolls out with no time. So
that will be investigated at the end of this race.
Yep, I'd probably say so. So we're going to go to the race now. Sprint quality noted from Winter, absolutely. P7 in Div 2. There we go. P7 in Div 2. Sick Party's gone in the chat. I'm pretty sure that the governor is watching this, mate, with open eyes and taking a look at this time. So I don't know about you, mate, but I'm prepared to announce the farewell party for EP, for ELK. I think this is his last one. What do you reckon, Epics? Last race.
I think this might be Epic's last race, and possibly even Mclaren in Div 4. He might go up to 2 divisions. You never know. But I did want to say to myself, I did go from Div 5 to Div 2 in one short season break. So
there you go.
It is definitely possible. So
that's it. Fair enough.
I'll try to get Pearcat before this goes.
Okay, so Lamb's saying there's a few issues with the connection. I'm not too sure what's going on here. But we'll continue on until we'll solve something differently. We've got 4, 5 lights and the sprint race is on. Epic has got himself away from Milano in P2. Silver Goose, they go down into the hairpin for turn 1. The Haas of Hogo Pogo looks up on the inside, but he's away. Epic is got himself away, nice and clear. And he goes through into Sector 1. You've got Milano behind him. Slipper Goon from the Hogo Pogo slips himself into P4 as they go through this fast and twisty Section 1. And he's already 6 tenths ahead. Conrad in the other Mclaren in P6. Cruz in P7. Cota with Tracks DR3. Mars racks out your top 10. And it looks like they all got through it with no major issues. The 2 Alpinis, Morty and Shining Swarm, having their own little ding-dong battle down there for P11 and 12. Bobby, we've got Coops. There's been a crash, yeah, it looks like it. Paulini is spinning winning already through Sector 1, so that will not help his race. So we go up to the front, and it's Epic, who is already a second ahead into the first, or going into Sector 2. Conrad looking for a way in, can't get it, but we've also got the Aston Martin looking up on the inside, thinks better of it as well as they swing around into this tight series of turns. And Cruz is looking for a way past Conrad, looks up on the inside, a little through turn 15, but Conrad was able to maintain it. So it looks like all clean through this first lap. Winter, thoughts?
It was actually a really well behaved lap from these drivers, apart from a little bit shenanigans on the exit of the S's. But yeah, really well behaved turn one for all the drivers. Well done to all of them. We're on lap 2 and Epic is almost already pulled out of boost.
Yeah, exactly. I know. In fact, he already is. 1 second, lap 2 of 10. Obviously, this is a sprint race. You got Slippergoon in the Cadillac. He had a really good performance last week in. Those guys really worked, and his teammate not here tonight. The Audi Motorman is not here tonight, obviously taking a break. But Slippergoon in P3. He's got Hogo Pogo for company here in P4. Roll me one Kenobi. I'm telling you now, greatest game of tag I have ever seen. Well done to you. Yeah, extra points for that one. Roll me one in P5. Conrad P6. Cruz P7. The Williams of Jake. I can't pronounce half of these guys. He got a bit slippy coming out there. And the two Audis, or the two Pinnies, having their own little pity party down there in P10 and 11. Uncle Morty currently holding sway. And VV Room up on the inside. Does he get the job done? Looks like he has. He's got himself onto P12. And DR3 drops back into P13. Conrad, meanwhile, has got himself up into P5 in a little battle with Roll Me One. Unless, now Roll Me One's looking for a way up on the inside. They sort of stayed as they are. So he is defending well, Conrad. But the RB of Roll Me One Kenobi all over the back of him like a rash on a baby's ass. Cumbus has joined as well. So, not too sure which car he'll be. Oh, he'll be in the Red Bull, won't he? And Rooster Cat has now joined. So, you're handling all the invites there, mate. Winter? Yeah?
Yes, I am. I'm currently trying to sort out all the shenanigans which has happened.
Yeah.
EA's been really severely cooked.
Come on. EA Sports is never in the game,
week.
Let's be honest. Hogo Pogo's now got himself up into P3 as they go through this far Sector 1. Milano's dropped down into P4. So Hogo Pogo up onto the podium places here, lap 3 of 10 in the sprint series. Slippergoon, another really good performance there in P2 so far, but he's 1.7 seconds behind the man that is destined for Division 3, maybe Division 2. Epic, clean set of heels off the line, got a really good smart start, and straight down the main straight he goes, and he is in his own world out there in front. Slippergoon, Hogo Pogo, nice little battle there for P2 and P3. Milano in P4. Conrad in the Mclaren. Roll Me One Kenobi has dropped back by almost a second and will be going outside that overtake zone unless he is careful. He's going to need to push. Jakud in the Williams. He's got Cruz all over the back of him. So 6 and 8 for the RBs. TP for RB will be pretty happy with the start of this race so far. Cruz all over the back of JQ as they come through to start lap 4. Mars there in P9, Uncle Morty and the Singapore Sling. Hogo Pogo with the fastest lap, so a 1:35.853 is the benchmark so far. Just going to take a look at the position changes here in VV Room, up 6 positions. They're all on the mediums and Cruisers on the hards for whatever reason. Not too sure why, but he is. Deciding to go for mediums in there. But take a look at him. He is just in his own postcode. Is Epic. 2 seconds clear with 4 laps. So half a second faster at least. He's got Slippergoon in P2 with Hogo Pogo. Looking for a way. Right on board with him. Is he going to slip it down the inside here? Looks like he will. Thinks better of it though. Just tucks up in there. Nice little thing. But take a look at the warnings. Coops has already got 7. 7 warnings. He's going to be getting penalties thick and fast real quickly. That might put him on 6 penalty points. Down back there, we've got a really good little battle from Piercat and Bobby. Take a look at Bobby up on the inside if you don't mind in the Ferrari. But Piercat says, no, thank you very much. They go side by side in through to turn 15. He's gone on the outside here, Piercat. He's going to have the inside ride. No, he just tucks up on the inside there. Nice little battle here between the Ferrari and the Red Bull. Is he going to get the better? Oh, geez, I tell you what, almost came to croppers as they go side by side. It's great battling here between the Red Bull and the Ferrari and Piercat. Oh, just Traxxer's got himself a 3-second time penalty. And Bobby, who was leading for most of that section, finds himself back there in P14. Romy One Kenobi up there now in P8 with Mars, P9. Uncle Morty's joined this party as well. He's been able to gap his teammate as they go through section 1. Up the front, you've got the 2 RBs. Cruz all over the back. He's obviously able to find a way past Romy One Kenobi. As they go down to the back straight. Sorry, Winter, you're going to say? Thoughts? Romy One's gone really wide. He's gone wider than a BBW model on a pawn set. He went so wide, he ended up almost in Florida. That's how far wide on the track he went, Romy One Kenobi, but he got himself back on side. But it's allowed Uncle Morty to slip up into P9. So, and they come wheel the bangs as well, Winter. Romy One's not happy at all. Made a massive mistake coming into that hairpin, Winter.
He made a massive mistake, which cost him points. He's currently P9. Can he get the P8 back for 1 point? But Uncle Morty is pushing to the absolute limit so he can get past and possibly get some score points.
Now, I'm not too sure if you've seen, but Hogo Pogo is starting. He's got himself into P2 now. But more importantly, he's starting to chip away at that lead. He's almost 1.6 seconds. Is Epic just sort of cruising and just managing the gap, or is Hogo Pogo seriously the faster of the 2 drivers with 4 laps to go?
Yeah, there's a big difference. Quali pace isn't everything. You also need the race pace to stay consistent, but we know Epic is no dog to falling down under pressure. We saw in Brazil, straight action-packed to the end, and they ended up winning by the slightest of margins, but also, he knows that he can handle pressure. He can handle, this is his moment. So, Hogo Pogo gaining will probably not scare him that much, but Hogo Pogo is actually gaining, or actually, he's actually losing a bit to Slippergoon and to Epic.
Fair enough. Another little corner cut from me and Max, so that's two warnings from him. One more and he'll be getting himself a 3-second time penalty. But it's just drifted outside 2 seconds and it's allowed Slippergoon in the Cadillac to get right up into the rear end of Hogo Pogo. Maybe he's been able to spend too many candy canes trying to get there into P2. Romy One Kenobi looking okay in P10. He's got Shining Swarm, the Singapore Sling Boy, all over the back of him in the Alpine as they battle it hard here into turn 15. One of the very few spots you can overtake with a little bit of Kunars. But Shining Swarm all over the back. It looks like Romy One Kenobi is going to hold that out. Nice little battle here from P6 right through to P8 too as well. The Audi of Mars, JQ and Cruz in 6th, 7th and 8th. So they're battling it well. I'm not too sure. Cruz is the only one on hard tyres. What's his thoughts behind that, Winter?
Yeah, the hard tyres were lost a long time compared to these mediums. Roughly getting up to like 50-something%. As we do see an Audi having a bit of trouble with the Williams. But... yeah, back to what I was saying.
Sorry, but you missed the overtake, mate. Mars just sent it up on the inside. I'm not too sure if we got it. We probably did. Let's see if we can see that on the Rush replay, and we can. Take a look at the Williams and take a look at the Audi into turn 3. You don't overtake there, but he goes, yeah, nah, thank you very much. I will take that position and a bag of chips. Nice little overtake there from Mars. He gets himself into P7, Winter.
Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to bring in here, while you were showing the replay, Donjay did have a bit of a slide and did hit the wall on the exit of the S's. He does have front wing damage, which will probably not help his turn-in speed or anything else, but no matter what, he's still sending it down the inside of Romy One Kenobi, locks up. Is there any space for the two?
Oh, definitely plenty of them there, Donjay. Yep, not going too bad. Looked up there, that wing damage, yeah, that is definitely going to cause him some grief for the last few laps here. And he's dropped back from Romy One Kenobi. But it looks like Epic has seen the challenge and he's been able to fight it off. He's now 2.5 seconds ahead of Hogo Pogo. So I think it's right now, it's a matter of how far he's going to win this race, not if he is. He's just got to keep it on track now. Slippergoon, can he push himself up to P2 and Milano in P4 in the Audi? 2 and a bit seconds, and then it's about 5-second gap there with Cruz and Conrad having themselves a nice little ding-dong battle there for P5.
Yeah, back to what I was saying. Cruz is trying to send it around the outside and into the start of the S's. What a move that would have been from Cruz, but obviously back to what I was saying with the hard tires can last a lot much longer with less tire wear. Conrad is defending for his position and life at the moment, as it seems, but Cruz is not going to listen. He backs out of that, but is there going to be an even more opportunity for Cruz to get Conrad?
Yeah, well, let's take a look. Cruz is all tucked up nicely. He's going to get the slipstream here on the back straight. Cruz is saying, yum, yum, yum. What's for dinner? Looks like Conrad's wing. Accelerating down here onto the main straight, but he just doesn't have the straight line pace as Conrad, and Conrad was able to hold on. Oh, geez, I tell you what, almost touched the rear fender, but got onto the brakes, and it is still P5, P6 as you were. From these two guys coming through Sector 2. Been a great little battle from these guys, and we're talking about P5. Slippergoon and Hogo Pogo still battling out there in the front. Meanwhile, Uncle Morty all over the back of Mars for P8 as well. Mars put on a really good little clinic of a move there out of turn 3, and seems to have got past Uncle Morty as well. So those pinnies are really starting to struggle in these warmer conditions winter.
Yeah, the Alpines are or one of them is in points, but I think the main objective is to score as much points as possible. Obviously, it's a sprint race. Point positions go down to PA, where currently Uncle Morty is, with inside of Mars in front of Uncle Morty, with roughly like 60% in the tank for Uncle Morty and 0 for Mars. So is there going to be an overtaking opportunity?
Okay, Rooster's left the session as well, mate. You may want to send him an invite. Bobby seems to have joined as well. But just on a battle here with Conrad and Cruz. Oh, he comes up on the inside. Is he going to send it down into the hairpin? Is Cruz? He is. The Mclaren holds it out wide, but he's going to overtake him. But down this main straight, who is the one with the batteries?
Conrad.
Yeah, looks like Conrad to me too as well. Yeah, it helps if you enable that part. But to the RB, these guys are having a great battle here with just one more lap after this to go. Conrad and Cruz. It's probably the best battle so far winter, unless there's another one going down. You've got Bobby, J. Cood and V down there for 12th, but these are for the points. So, and it looks like Epic has won this race quite comfortably.
Yeah, we do have a battle for P2 emerging. Slippergoon, obviously in the Cadillac. A bit of questionable driving last week in Brazil, obviously with Hogo Pogo. But we don't talk about that. On to the final lap. Is there an overtaking opportunity for Slippergoon on Hogo Pogo? Hogo Pogo is trying to extend the gap and gave him the battery. Slippergoon, not listening to any of it. He wants this P2.
Exactly, he does. So Slippergoon all the way there in. Doing okay. Milano. With Conrad. Oh, up on the inside goes Conrad. He's been defending well. Cruz is trying to find a way. As I go through this sector for the last time, Cruz has been battling for the last 2 laps to try, and he sends it up on the inside. The McLaren of Conrad. But look at the battery he's got, mate. It's Cruz is spending all his batteries before it needs it. And that's just allowing Conrad to just get the better of him down the back straight. So Conrad's going to hold on to P5. Nicely done. So he put on a pole of 1.4 seconds ahead of anybody in P2. And he just looks like he's going to lift and coast all the way to the end of this race. Epic has been unstoppable here in the sprint. And if anything to go by this race, looks like he's going to be the favourite for the main drag and make it 3 straight and maybe see him off to Div 3. And it's Epic that goes across in the straight P1, you got Hogo Pogo P2, Slippergoon P3. Milano's going to cross the line in P4 for the Audi. It's going to be a battle between Conrad and Cruz, but Conrad looks like he is going to be able to hold that battle out, which he is. Cruz is going through in P6, Mars P7, Morty in P8, and that's wrapped up the points. So 8 and 9 for the Pinnies. Roll Me One Kenobi's going to come across the line in P10. Piercat in P11. Bobby in the Ferrari, the first of the Ferraris in P12. He's leapfrogs, but it's not going to make much difference because he's not going to get any points for that one. Creeper, Coops, DR3, and we've got Ian Mack and Paulini Hell is the last of our runners. So that's it.
Said it was a sprint to the finish for Epic.
Yeah.
What a race from him. Kept the gap out, kept it nice. He takes the win. It's Epic from Hogo Pogo, from Slippergoon, from Milano, Conrad, Cruz, Mars, and Uncle Morty. That's the points.
That's the points.
And then it's Shiny Piastri, Romy One Kenobi, Bobby, Piercat, Creeper, obviously with a few disconnects, Roms, Donjay, Roostercart, Coops on 6, DR3, in Mac, and Pole and Hell rounding out the results.
That's it. So that's all she wrote.
If you don't mind for a few seconds, I'm just going to duck out for a sec.
Go for it. Yeah, go for it, mate. Got the quali going anyway, so that's all good. These boys will, and she's moist. It's wet for qualifying. Let's see what these boys can do in the qualifying. And it is wet. So is it going to be wet for the race? And it was Epic that was well and truly the best of the best there. So waiting for these guys. And looks like, what's going on here? A couple of the guys retiring, obviously serving penalties. Are we looking for a reboot? Quality bands. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. So she is a bit wet out there. So enters the choice here at the start. A couple of guys going out on their warm-up laps. So it looks like it's going to be the Ferrari, is it? Or the Haas? It will be the first one across. Actually, it looks like it might be the Audi. Yep, it will be the Audi of Mars. That'll be the first one to go across. So it's right on board with the Audi, who will be putting the first lap here on the Inters. Obviously, we're not expecting massive times, but the wet conditions. Winter, if you're here, mate, please an invite there for Rooster Cat. And here we go for our first hot lap here for the main race. And we're going to be riding on board with Mars in the Audi. Through sector 1 here goes Mars through. Just, got a little bit squirrely there. Was able to maintain. He will not invalidate, but I think he might pull out of that race. I mean, he's 4 and a bit seconds down, but that's not going to hold, unfortunately. You got Cumbus in there. He's coming through as well. Just getting a bit squiggly here as I come through in the Red Bull. Didn't have a bad race last week. Should be faster this sector, and he is. Coming across into the hairpin. Braking hard does go Cumbus, and braking hard now. So down the back straight. Riding on board. As he comes out here for the very first time, let's see what he's got lap-wise. On those instances, the first time I've seen this in the wet. What's he going lap time here? Is about 8 seconds, so he's nowhere near it. What about Bobby? He's on that. And Mars is the first one to go across with a 1:48.961. So these guys will be fueled for plenty of laps. Cruz has got the first sector 1 and sector 2 with Cumbus in sector 3. And it looks like already a 47.1. Conrad Hogo Pogo goes with a 1:46 as well. These guys will be fueled for a few laps though. Epic's gone into P2 with a 1:47.983. Is the wet weather that's going to cause him all sorts of problems. Cumbus has gone through with a 1:48.481, so he's almost 1.8 seconds behind. Cruz goes into P1, nicely done, with a 1:45.873, so those times are falling.
Yeah, interesting conditions to come back to, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
I was not expecting rain.
I wasn't expecting rain as well, but it is here. So they say winter has arrived in Game of Thrones, and then the rain has arrived here in Austin. So it'll be interesting to see what these guys, it's a completely different sort of set of circumstances here. In the wet conditions, cars handle obviously a lot differently. Riding on board here with Coops right now as he comes through the first section, down on his best lap time. And right now, coming through. It's not going too bad though, I suppose. Down the back straight. And what have you got the chance to actually race in these conditions?
I have, yeah. I don't really like the wet weather, I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm very far off the place when it comes to wet weather driving. Obviously, me getting into no TC recently.
Okay.
Started season, so there's a lot of learning curve when it comes to driving in different conditions in this game.
Yeah.
It takes absolute concentration, focus to master these conditions, in my opinion. But
Yep.
obviously some people will prove me wrong, and maybe in the comments, you never know. But we do have I think it's Paul and Hell starting a lap.
Yep, he is. No
Coming out
worries,
of
mate.
turn
Take it away, Winter.
Coming in, he's getting a bit slidey on the exit of turn 2, but into the S's, how is he feeling? Feeling confident? He's taking it fairly slowly, but we'll see how it is compared to that. But it seems to be all nice and clean at the moment. Paul and Hell 100% on the battery. Obviously, you can't deploy boost mode in these conditions, so the lap times will be significantly slower. But what can the banker be for Paul and Hell? Breaks it just after the 100 meter board, gets the car stopped, gets it turned. It's going to be an absolute run down to turn 12. Will depend how he takes this straight. Is it going to be all the way to the right where he can open up the corner as much as he can, or is it just going to be a normal? Sorry.
Keep going. Keep
I
going.
got it.
So Paul and Hell coming through here is 2 and a bit seconds behind the fastest of Cruz. So that's going to put him somewhere in the 148s, low 49s here. Keep going, Winter. Through here.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that, everyone. I got a little bit interrupted, but here we go into the long right-hander with Paul and Hell. Paul and Hell is a bit slidey. He's getting a bit slidey. He's got roughly 80% on the battery into the final 2 corners. He's not really looking to push it. He's looking mostly just to get a lap on the board. Out of the final, into the final corner, and then out of the final corner. What is it going to be for Paul and Hell? It's going to be a 149.4, putting him P12.
Yeah. And Rooms, he's coming in. It looks like he's boxing as well. He's got himself into P3. Great improvement from the Aston Martin. He obviously found some pace. Did he set it up for a wet setup? Who knows? It looks like he has in terms of the pace that he's got here. Mars is coming on. He's coming out on a hot lap here, by the looks of it. Bit slower in the first section. In fact, he's 4 and a bit seconds below, so he's not going to be improving. What about Milana, who's 2.5 seconds behind his best time? What about Piercat? Just taking a look here. He's just getting himself ready. And Cumbus, well, in the Red Bull, he's on an outlap as well. Hogo Pogo, where's he through? So, with about 8 minutes to go, these guys are going to get 1, possibly 2 laps.
I'll tell you this. When it comes to these conditions, you can fill up the car to do as many laps as possible. As over the session gets even more, or as you could say, the race online gets more discovered, and the tires are heated up, you'll eventually start setting off. If you keep doing consistent laps over and over again, fill up the car to its, I don't know, 10, 11 kg of fuel. You just drive laps on laps on laps on laps. You do 1 push lap, 1 charge lap. It's all over until the session ends.
Yep.
That's where I reckon you can find the most time.
Yep.
If you have the tires heated up, the track evolutions are really big here. So, is anyone looking to do that strategy? I think Epic is on a push lap at the moment, so I'm not entirely sure.
Let's see what he has. The championship leader. He's sitting currently 8th, so he won't be happy with that as he comes through section 1. He has got a personal best of a 28.405, but it's not purple. Brakes hard into the hairpin as he comes onto the main straight. Epic, who was a dominant winner in the sprint race, now deploying all of his batteries. He comes down to this back straight, engages straight mode, looking to lift and coast as he approaches the 100. Nice little tap on the brake, clips the inside apex well, and into turn 13 he goes.
Oh, he's found massive time.
He's found massive time. He's less than a 10th behind Cruz, who's also on an outlap. So have we found Epic's kryptonite? Is it the wet conditions that he doesn't like? Soon comes through. He's going to be a massive improvement here. He's gone green. He is improving. He was only 1/10 down as he came into the end of sector 2. Down to 19. Sorry, what was that, Winter? He's coming across the line. Where's he? Rooster Cat's got a 146.7 and across the line. P2, not good enough for the top. 3/10 slower than Cruz. Well, there we go. Wouldn't have picked that at the start of this. I thought he was going to show him a clean pair of heels, but it looks like that is his kryptonite. Winter. Bit of wet weather.
Yeah, the little wet weather can screw up anyone's setup or preferably anyone's race style. Epic just seems to be a fast, consistent driver when it comes to the dry conditions, but in the wet, is he a bit of a, I don't want to say it, but like, is he a bit mediocre compared to everyone else?
No, let's not say that. So Rooster Cat. The 28.7, he's got a 31, so he's not going any faster. Hogo Pogo, who finished P2, looks like he's gone green and purple. He is well and truly up here as he comes across the line. Is he going to knock Cruz off? He is. 145, 584, Hogo Pogo, shots fired. What's Cruz got in store? What can he respond with? Has he improved at the first section? He has. He's gone purple. 28.2, sector 1 goes Cruz. Says to Hogo Pogo, anything you can do, I can do better with a 41.7, end of sector 2. He's gone purple, purple. Coming into the last sector, Cruz looks like he's got the pace. Looks like he's got the balance quite right in these wet conditions. He's handling it better than anybody else. 2 turns to go. Can he keep it onto the track? He does. Gets it wide, but that's okay. Into the last turn, clip the apex. Cruz looks okay. This is going to put him on pole, no doubt about it. Cross the line, 145.0 flat. Half a second in front of Hogo Pogo.
Yeah, that's the big track evolution you will see in the coming session. As the racing line starts to get appeared a lot more, you will start to see major improvement from these drivers.
Exactly.
Hogo and Cruz being a big example.
Yeah.
Hogo just did his lap. Went fastest for the time, but then the track evolution came, and then Cruz went fastest by, I don't know, 5.5 tenths. So there's a massive gain to be found for these drivers.
There we go. Drongo comment of the week. We've found it, Winter. Someone's spent 100 of their coins to highlight my message, tyres. It's raining, sick party. They're on Inters. What do you think that they're running on? Just gonna say it. But he wants the tyres apparently, mate. So there we go. Someone's on softs? Really? Okay, this could be interesting. Yes, Conrod's on... Okay. Maybe Sick Party's found something here. And he's on an outlap, Conrod. Is he gambling here? Is it drying out? I don't think it's the right tyre of choice, though. What do you think in Winter?
Definitely not the right tyre choice for these. It's still bucketing it down. Is there a racing line at all that we can see that he must be using? He seems to be slidey.
Yeah.
So.
No, he's in that hairpin, mate. Raindrops keep falling on my screen. Bad move, Conrad. You are not going to improve in the McLaren. Is he going to have enough time? I don't think he is, actually. We're getting down to the business end. My shot clock, now it's got a caution section 2 over it, has unfortunately is not allowing me to find out how much time is left in this session. 1:49 to go. So Hogo Pogo has gone purple. Cruz has gone purple as well. So I reckon, Cruz is about 3 seconds down. So Hogo Pogo, is this the last chance? Oh, slightly slower, 1.7 tenths. Audi, get the heck out of the road. He's going to come up to a little bit of traffic here as he comes through turn 15. The Audi needs to get out of the road here. It is affecting Hogo Pogo as he comes through this difficult series of right-hand turns into the last 2 turns, 19 and 20. He was purple at the first section, slightly down on the section. And this is his last lap, so he's got to make it count. And I think he is, though, Winter. And he's not improved. He's 3 tenths down. What about Cruz? And you've got Epic is going to on an outlap. One more time for him. Cruz is improving. Sorry?
One more time, as you would say, Daft Punk, but...
Yes, exactly. 28.2 for the first section. And purple section 2. For Cruz, he's improving. Comes into the last 2 turns here.
Oh, he invalidates. He
did. He's out. Okay. So it's all the marbles. We've got the Aston Martin. How's he going? No, he's gone wide. He ain't going to improve. Okay, so I think it's down to Epic. This is it. Can he challenge Cruise for pole? Intersection.
He's got to find 1.1 seconds. He's got to go 1.2 or faster to beat this lap time of Cruise. So this is going to be a big lap for Epic.
Less than a tenth down. Less than a tenth down. He's got a tenth up on Cruise into the first section. Now remember, Cruise did get the purple sector, but he invalidated in the last section. So it's a 28.146 for Epic. Are the conditions going to be right there? Coming down the back straight now, Winter. Epic, can he put this on pole? Really deploying the battery. Braking, lift and coast. Into section 2. We're going to really find out where he is here. Across the line into the end of... He is 2 tenths down. He's got to find 2 tenths. Oh, Hogo. Pogo's gone 140.
What a lap.
Good lap from Hogo in the Haas. Can Epic respond? Is it going to be Hogo Pogo? He's gone green. He's going to improve here as he goes through the last section. Cruise thought he had pole, but he's going to lose it by 2 tenths unless Epic can do something here in these last 2 turns. Car just getting really unstable in the turn 20. Yellow's in sector 3 across the line, and he doesn't improve. 4 tenths down. Hogo Pogo's on pole, Winter.
Wow.
We have got Uncle Morty's on a hot lap, and he's invalidated. Roll me one, Kenobi. Still going around. And he's not going to... Sorry?
Yeah, everyone is finished. So,
that's it.
Hogo Pogo on pole position for the feature race in Cota, round 4, Division 4, Rush Racing League, Season 11. Get yourself involved. But Hogo Pogo setting the real pace of what it takes to be a Rain Master here of 144.810. Wow. Just wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Good work from him. So that's it. All she wrote. Nicely done by Hogo Pogo. Just got the job done. Well done to him. Cruise down by 2 tenths. An Epic. Winter, we have found his kryptonite. Bit of moisture in the air, and Epic just struggles a little bit, mate. A little bit. But has he set his car up for warmer conditions? We're about to find out. So, Hogo Pogo on pole. Nice little intense little battle there at the end, and let's wrap it up. So, it is Hogo Pogo from the Haas in P1, Cruise P2, Epic in P3, Roms in P4, Mars P5, Piercat. Great little performance here in the Red Bull. Conrad put himself on the Reds for no particular reason. Uncle Morty P8, Rooster Cat P9, Shining Swarm P10, Roll Me One Kenobi P11, Combust P12, Coops 13, Milano P14, Bobby P15, Pauline Hell, Ian Max 17, JB Hi-Fi in P18, Trackstar 20, Cota and Slipper Goat is our drunk driver in P22.
Yeah. I just also want to bring in, probably later in the race, make sure we don't forget, we have an onboard view request for one lap with JB.
Okay, no worries. Creeper.
So, here we go for the feature. It's going to be an absolute run to the finish. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a hard one. But the question is, can Hogo Pogo hold on?
Yeah, exactly. We're going to find out. Apparently dry conditions.
Sunny indeed.
Yes, absolutely.
There's one thing I wanted to blow by you. what's your prediction, or what's your podium prediction for this race?
Well, my podium prediction is going to be Hogo Pogo, Epic, and I'm going to whack Cruz in there for a podium. I think that'll be the top three. Not too sure what order. I think Epic is going to make his way in the dry conditions. It's going to be hard to go past him winning the race, though, mate. Thoughts? Well, here we go. Live from the Governor's Red Room. This is Rush Racing Tier 4. We're live from Cota, and it's lights out, and the race to turn one goes. Hogo Pogo got off the line as smooth as you like. He's got Cruz back there in P3. Epic is slotting himself in there, but he's got room. He's got company from Rooms. And oh, he's Carnage! Carnage! And has he been? Oh, he has. He's got wing damage, Epic. He came in, and I think you might find it was the Aston Martin that just drifted wide and has caught it. We've got a virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. Absolute carnage there. We've got 10 seconds for Coops with massive repercussions there. Not too sure if we got it on the replay. We can definitely take a look at it. But we've got a virtual safety car here now. I think we just got it at the end. It's ending already. So whatever damage was on there, we've got no straight line, and Roms has no wing caps on the right-hand side, and he's got Epic all over the back of him for company. Epic tried to get around the outside, and they came to grips, and he's already got wing damage, but the Aston Martin up on the inside thought better of it, and he's able to maintain P3. So that's a good little battle there, but Hogo Pogo and Cruz, what a nice little battle. They got off the line cleanly, able to avoid all of that carnage, and they have got themselves a 2-second gap already at the end of lap 1 Winter.
Yeah, I just want to bring in Bobby. Bobby's missing a big chunk of his front wing. He is not having a good time.
No, fair enough. Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, Piercat's coming in. He was in P3. Epic is continuing on there with the damaged wing, Mars. Rooster Cat there in P6. Roms has all of a sudden dropped down to P7. Combust goes up in the Red Bull into P8. And I tell you what, it's carnage down here at the back. A lot of damage. I reckon the stewards are going to have a very, very, very busy night after tonight, particularly into turn 1. Absolute carnage. I'm pretty sure we didn't actually get it on the replay yet. We just got it, unfortunately, at the end. So we move on, and Hogo Pogo and Cruz are battling themselves out there in front. Roms has already got himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And you got Epic all the way. He's already 3 seconds back, Winter. That wing damage is not going to help him. And he's got Mars for company as well in the Audi, who's less than a second. So he's going to get straight mode and the availability of boost as he comes down this back straight for the second time.
Yeah, that is 100% true. We've also still got that onboard request from the Aston TP. Who
was it?
JB High 5 and 10, also known as Creeper, because he's on a different account.
JB High 5 10. Okay, let's ride on board with him for one lap. This is for the TP. He's all up at the back of Combus in the Cadillac. It was actually a really good performance from him last weekend in the 100%. Let's see what he can do here. Early days here for the Caddies. Geez, he went really, really wide there, didn't he? Oh, he's gone super wide. Last 2 turns, has he got himself some damage here in the early parts? Hogo Pogo and Cruz, they are battling away up the top line.
He does have damage. He has major. He has no right end plate on that wing. Yeah. So, also, I just wanted to bring up a good performance in Brazil where he did end up in a wall.
Yes, that's it. Very true. And if memory serves me correctly, didn't he put Hogo Pogo into a wall as well, into the center S's, or was that his teammate? I know it was a Cadillac, one of the two. So riding on board here. Sorry, you were saying?
The sad thing is that Creeper here is supposed to be driving an Aston, but the game put him in a Cadillac. So.
Right, okay. So do the points go to Cadillac or Aston Martin? I'm not too sure. Please correct me on this one, Winter.
Yeah, I think it goes to Aston Martin.
There we go. Up on the inside. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow, he forgot to press the left pedal. Let's see that on the Rush replay, and you can just see Winter He's come in so hot, it looked like he was in a sauna. Forgot that the left pedal brakes the car, and geez, he was lucky he didn't cause enough carnage there. JB Hi-Fi, back to live racing. What's it? He's coming on the outside of Shining Swarm.
Sorry, there was 2 cars off the track. A little bit reminiscent of Max Verstappen and Lando Norris, but down the inside goes Creeper.
Yes.
Can Creeper get the move stuck? Round the outside. No, he's no longer alongside. But is there, or Shiny Piastri's actually gone wide, and he gets a 3-second time penalty. So that will end the onboard lap, but we will stick on to this battle.
That's it, exactly. Why not? It's a lot of action up here. Cruz has dropped out to almost 1 second outside of overtake mode. It's a great battle here from P6 to P7. Uncle Morty look like he's going to go up the inside of Rooster Cat. Thinks better of it here. Tacks in. Oh, I'll tell you what, JB has turned this car race into a Dodgem car. He's just rear-ended Uncle Morty coming into turn 1. Says, oh, and he puts him into a wall. Jesus Christ, that Cadillac is just causing carnage. Take a look at that on the Rush replay. You can see, comes out turn 1, and the Cadillac at JB Hi-Fi around the outside goes, you know what? Nah, puts you into the wall, and bang goes the LP. Live action again. And JB Hi-Fi, well, if he may not win the race, he's going to cause a lot of wing damage. And there's carnage at the back in Alpine. Looks like that came together with a Mercedes way back there as well. Have they got themselves back? They have.
I just wanted to say Mercedes did reverse onto the racing line, so they might be in the later stages of this race. But DR3 is still P18. We do see Shiny Piastri slowly jumping down because of that wing damage, missing both end plates. That is not what Huni or the RPMTP wants to see.
No.
And possibly a big pen incoming for Creeper.
Yes, a very, very big Pete. The chat's exploded, telling him get him out, and we'll take care of that. I'm not a steward, so I don't make those rules, mate. But let's get back down to the action. Few guys, and JB Hi-Fi, after creating all that carnage, has started to sell himself down there to 1 second Creeper, as you like to refer to him as. But his game tag is JB Hi-Fi, so it's an old man on confused winter. I like to read what's in front of my screen, and I don't do a very good job at that either. So Hogo Pogo and Cruz battling away here at the front. Cruz has been able to just tuck himself in here. So
I mean, you can get deals anywhere at JB Hi-Fi, so
exactly.
Down to your local store, you can get a lot of tech products.
Yes, very true.
No free advertisement, but I might as well. But here we go. JB Hi-Fi, as you would say, he's just gone past Uncle Morty and he's on the. Oh yeah.
He has. He's gone up to
P5. What a race from him. He has absolutely no battery though.
No battery as well, but he's up to P5. He's six and a bit seconds. Uncle Morty dives up on the inside, but he realised what happened to his teammate. He wouldn't be battling JB Hi-Fi out there. Milano P9. Coops in the first of the Ferraris down there in P10. Pretty quiet name. Conrad in P11. Decided to go in and roll me one Kenobi there in the other RB in P12. So nice little battle. Right up here in front, you've got Hogo Pogo and Cruz for the lead. Into the straight mode. It just seems to me that Cruz isn't deploying his battery in the right times. He just needs to stay inside that 1 second and just build the battery up and not let Hogo Pogo get away. And take a look at the battery that Hogo's got. He's deploying it, but he's in the mid-40s compared to Cruz, who's 10s to 14s. He keeps running out. In fact, he's 0 at the moment. He's spending his batteries like he's at the strippers by the looks of it, Cruz. He keeps running out of it. Up on the inside here. He's got to think of it. He's got to think his way through winter. And but the way he's deploying that battery, he's just not going to find a way past Hogo Pogo winter.
Yeah, that is 100% true. I just wanted to make sure that everyone is all good in the chat. How we feeling? Hopefully you're enjoying the racing so far. And what do you reckon is going to happen next? Is all I can say.
Yes, exactly. Governor will jump into the chat and start banning us, I think, is the next thing, winter. So I reckon just strap yourself in for that. And damaged little thing from the McLaren with Epic is just on 3 seconds behind, or 2 and a bit seconds. Oh, Mars and him
Down the inside. Oh my god. I've just seen Rooster Car send a dive bomb on Uncle Morty into turn 12. It's absolute chaos now. Milano gets past. Or does he? Goes around the outside of 2 cars, gets it done. There is wing damage, carbon fiber confetti.
Yep.
Blowing up everywhere. But Mars is actually gaining on Epic. Is this the turning point for Epic's championship?
Yeah, very true. He won the first 2 and a little bit of wing damage. He's going to probably obviously change that in the pit stops, but it is going to cost him a lot of time there. He's been able to manage it, and he's just on 2 seconds. The gap down there, 2 seconds behind Hogo Pogo, who's now dropped down into P2, so Cruz has found a way past, and he's now starting to stretch his legs. Can he get outside of that 1 second? Rooster Cat up on the outside of the Alpine of Uncle Morty for another position, goes up into P8. Been a great little battle down here with these guys. Uncle Morty tucks himself in behind Rooster Cat in the Mercedes. You got DR3 with an goes on the outside. Morty thought about it, but he thought, yeah, no, not the right time nor place. As they come through turn 9 and turn 10 down to this sharp hairpin, he's almost pushing him through these corners, Winter. Really has a lot more straight up. And Coops thinks of the inside and has forced Morty all the way out. But Morty's got this inside Coops, thank you very much. Nice little overtake up on the inside. Will he get it through Rooster Cat? And Conrad flips. Oh, did you see that one? But he pushed it out too wide, Conrad. Looks like he was going from absolutely nowhere. Let's see that on the replay. And you can see them coming down the main straight here, Winter. A ding-dong battle between these 4 guys, 8th through to 11th. You got Coops has taken over Uncle Morty, pushed him down into P10. And you thought Coops was going to be able to take P18. No, back to live action. And Conrad just sent it from nowhere, but he didn't get him any more positions.
Yeah, this is a battle for P8 currently. There's 5 cars in this battle.
Exactly.
So this is absolutely crazy. Conrad goes down the inside. He locks up. Oh, there's a bit of contact. Oh, no, there's even more carbon fiber confetti off the Ferrari of Coops on sticks. But the battle is still continuing. We go side by side. Oh, even though there's even more contact. Rooster Cut is off. Romeo Kenobi comes by. Oh my god, Rooster Cut is oh my god, this is absolute crazy. Yes. I'm actually oh my god.
There we go. And I'll tell you what, it is carnage from P8 through to 12. There was more carnage there. Just in those first 2 corners, Rooster Cat's got severe damage. Cooper in that great little battle there. We still keep our eyes on first and second, but this is where the action is. Rooster Cat and Coops up on the back straight. Uncle Morty and that goes side by side.
If we could get tyres on the gantry too, please.
Absolutely, mate. Not a problem at all. I can do that.
Coops on sticks with the switchback. Is that a possible overtaking opportunity? Rooster Car may be staying in, but how's the front wing damage on? He's pushing him wide.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Charles Leclerc. Yeah, tyres, please. Yes, that's good. No problems at all. Anything for the governor. We don't need him getting into the chat with us, Winter. You know that we'll get expelled or suspended. He doesn't like it. You do what the governor wants. Well, the governor, there we go. Rooster's got himself into the pits, has he? He has. So he's going to box for a new wing. Pulling hell down there. He's had a really quiet race down there in the Williams. He's down there. So we'll go up to the front runners. And Hogo Pogo's got himself back in front. 4/10th gap there from Cruz. So these guys are having a nice little battle. Meanwhile, down 2 and a bit seconds away is Epic with that front wing damage. And you got Mars all over the back of him. Cumbus in P5, been a good little run from Cumbus. He's in his own little world though. 10 seconds away from the top 4, but he's got a nice little gap of 3 seconds. Then you've got JB, the Carnage one. Let's refer to him as Creeper the Carnage. There we go, Carnage. That's him. In P7, Conrad P8, Romy1 Kenobi up into P9, and Uncle Morty wraps up the P10. So, time to gain our breath there, Winter. A lot of action there over the last lap and a half.
Yeah, if you could get the menu gone too.
Yes, I will do that. Done. Bye-bye.
We don't want the boss man angry.
No, we don't need the governor angry. Thankfully, you know, we are broadcasting live from the governor's red room. Lovely place here. Not too sure, Winter, if you want to go into those drawers. I'm not too sure if the pink handcuffs are here from last night's governor's session, but anyway.
Okay. We're not going to go there.
Not going to go there. That's for another time and another place, maybe for the Rezzies. Anyway, live action back up into the front, and Hogo Pogo leads by just over a second, so he's got himself out of the gap.
Goldenrod just seems to be going deep.
Everybody wants you want tyres, they want gaps to leaders, they want this, they want that. Like the old man just can't keep up. Cumbut's now 10 seconds away, but so there's your gaps to the leader. Cruz is now outside the 1 seconds. You've got 4 second gap there to Epic with Mars just slowly behind him. Cumbut's now 14 seconds. Milano 16, JB Hi-Fi or Carnage as we now refer to him in P7, Conrad P8, 20 seconds away. So there you go.
I would just like to say, Cooper's AI is 612 currently.
Sick Party. Sick Party's looking for $5. Anybody want to go to Sick Party's GoFundMe? He's looking for $5. Not too sure what he wants, a Happy Meal or something like that. Danny's looking for 20. Go to Danny's GoFundMe page and see how he goes. But Hogo Pogo now 2 seconds. He's really starting to gap it here, Winter. Cruz is starting to fall off the pace here with 9 laps down.
Yeah, this is the pit window for these drivers. It's going to be a massive... Is there going to be an undercut chance for Cruz or even a possibly going early for Hogo Pogo to get the overcut? Oh my lord. I've just seen DR3 send it down the inside of Cooper's AI and absolutely went bowling, pretty much.
Yeah. There we go. Sorry,
yeah,
mate.
crazy.
And yeah, there you go. And by the way, so looks like Epic has pitted finally. So he's obviously going to be coming in for a new wing. Yes, he's come out and out he goes. So he's the first to box. He's come out in hards. That's obviously going to play to his advantage. He's going to get the undercut here, Winter, and we know that this place really heavy for the undercut. Can he close the gap? He was about 3 seconds behind Cruz and Hogo Pogo when he made that pit stop, but obviously he got delayed by changing the wing. So
yeah,
right now...
well, if I was Hogo Pogo right now, I would react to that Epic...
Why do these guys keep asking gap to the leader? Is there a reason? Like, there you go.
I think gap to the leader. I think it's to help calculate
the
where
engineers, right? Okay, I apologize. It's not about us, Winter. It's not about us, the commentary, the number one commentary of all of Rush. It's about the engineers. Well, I forgot. I do apologize. So I'll do what I'm told, Winter.
All we have to do is sit here and yap. So
that's
all
it.
we have to do here, you just have to sit pretty and yap. That's all we have to do.
That's it. Sit here and just talk bullshit for the next 17 laps, and we'll just go from there.
Hogo Pogo's in.
Hogo's in. Yep, he's into the pits. He gapped Cruz by 4 seconds almost. Cruz is going to take the lead, but you'll go for one thing. And also, let's just take a look at how far away Epic is going to be. He's coming around turn 16 now. It'd be interesting to see how much he's been able to close the gap.
I don't think it's enough.
Well, he changed his wing as well, remember that. So that's delayed him. So Mars will come out probably. Mars is changing his. Yep, Mars is going to change as well. So, and they're double stacked there in Audi. You would have thought Milano thought have gone by one more lap, but anyway, let's take a look at Epic. Where is he? So Epic now is P4, and he is 10 seconds. 10 seconds behind Hogo Pogo in P2, who will more than comfortably leapfrog Cruz, I'd imagine. I think Cruz is probably. Surely he's going to come back. Piercat's got a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting.
We have a safety car.
Oh, no. Well, there you go. What was that caused by? Was that Piercat? Must have.
I think we might need to get that investigated for retirement on track. Because you did see the 10-second corner cut penalty,
I did see that. Yes.
And then the DNF. So we
Oh,
might need to get that investigated at the end of the race.
very
So,
true. That's
big
going
shock. Cruz gets a cheap pit stop.
Yes, he does.
Is that going to help him? And Conrad does also.
Yep.
So Cruz will be leading on the freshest tires probably of the lot from Hogo Pogo.
That's it.
This is going to be a sprint, as you would say, to the battle. Sprint battle to the end. But is there even going to be even more carnage or even shock that we can see?
No, exactly. So safety car must have been done by Piercat. The 10 second for corner cutting, obviously he's pranged it. So he's now out. So Cruz is going to come up with a free, and that's going to allow him to leapfrog Hogo Pogo for the lead. You're going to have Conrad's going to come in as well. He's going to get himself a free pit stop. He's in. Is that going to allow him to stay? It's probably not, actually. It won't allow him to stay in front. That's going to allow... No, he's not going to stay in front of Epic. No chance. Epic's already leapfrogged him.
Yeah, no chance. Oh, I thought you were talking about Cruz for a second.
No. Cruz is going to stay in front. But more importantly, with that safety car, he's now got the wing damage gone, and Epic is going to be all over the back of Hogo Pogo. So what looked like it could have been a catastrophe for Epic and his streak of 2 straight wins and possibly a hat trick is back on.
Yeah, wow. It's going to be an absolute shocker ending to this race. The main question is it going to be Cruz? Is it going to be Hogo? Is it going to be Epic? Could it be Conrad? For all we know, it's too soon to tell who has the best chance at winning. But at the moment, no bias here, but my money's on Hogo Pogo. Sorry to tell you.
Yeah, no, fair enough. And it'd be good to get a new winner. We obviously had Epic in the first 2. Nice to see Cruz up there battling away. As well, he currently leads behind the Mercedes safety car. Copper Sticks needs an invite, please, mate.
Okay. Let's see if I can get this sorted while we have a little yap.
Yes.
About
in the
what we've seen so
meantime,
far.
let's take a look at... So let's take a look at the penalties. You got JB Hi-Fi 3 seconds. You've got to be kidding me. Carnage has only got 3 seconds of penalties. Milano's got himself 6. Rooster Cat's got 3. Roms has got 6. You've got Coops on 6 as well. Ian Mack on 3. Bobby, Shining Swan, the Singapore Sling on with 3. And DR3 Travstar on 6. So that is them.
One thing I would like to add: top 3, Cruz 1 warning, Hogo Pogo and Epic are on 2 warning.
Okay.
So this could be decided like we did see in Brazil, come down to penalties. So
True.
I think the main objective here is for the drivers is to stay within the track limits, and also try get past the car in front of them as quick as possible.
Yeah, exactly. Now, just hang on. Unless my information is wrong here. No, surely not. Now, he hasn't picked up wing damage, has he? I think you'll find he has. He has. Somewhere, Epic has picked up wing damage. He's got right... He's right...
Yeah, he is jittering.
Did he not change...
Is like... He did change it, but I think he had a little bit of jitter and maybe went to the back of...
There you go. Epic hit the back of Hogo at turn 1 under the safety car. By the looks of it, said sick party. So he's got himself damaged now. It's almost... He's like the Carlton Football Club. He's just trying to throw away wins by the looks of it, Epic. Hogo, Hampton, Mars, so... These guys will all box themselves up. And we've got a few stragglers down the back. Probably going to go one more lap.
Yeah, I don't know if it's me, but Epic is jittering around a bit.
Nah, I think it's you, mate. He's coming through loud and clear. No problems at all on my screen.
Sorry, it's all good. It's just me.
Yeah.
Alright. It's better to have it happen to a commentator than the
Yep.
driver.
Very true. Very, very true.
Alright, there should be at least one more lap
Yeah, it will
until
be.
we go
Yep.
green flag.
That's it. One more lap. You go, Noah. So there's your penalties. JB or Carnage, as I'm referring to him for the next few laps. On 3 seconds, Milano on 6, Rooster Cat 3, Roms on 6. Then you've got Coops on 6 as well. So that's all your penalties there. Now the question is that now that he's got wing damage, Epic, he's going to find it really difficult to be able to maintain that pace. And do Cruz and Hogo Pogo just now sort of dart around? They're all boxed up, so we'll definitely go green flag racing at the end of this lap. No weather on the forecast, so it's going to be a clear race, which is cool. So what are your thoughts for the first part of this race, mate?
First, my thoughts. Obviously, massive drama. Getting done early with damage, but we do have the safety car in. I'll continue to talk until we actually get to racing.
Exactly. So
but
safety. Continue.
There has been a lot of mystery flashes, as we've seen with DR3, Dayton High Five. So expect a lot more midfield battle, and also the main battle to watch is the battle for the win.
Exactly.
Here we go then. I'll let you take it away.
Okay, so Cruz, he is now the safety car, the pace car here as they start and as we go green racing here. Tyres nice and cold, trying to get some heat in there. We're going to hopefully go all the way down here. Live action here, Rush Racing live from Governor's Red Room. And away we go. Cruz is gone down the straight. He's been able to get a slight jump in there. Hogo Pogo P2. And Epic's been able to stay in there, but he's got Mars for company as they come here into the first turn. And it's straight as you were. As they go through there, does Conrad slip up on the inside? He does. But Slippergoon and him are having a nice little battle. Slippergoon was awake to it. Rooster Cat up on the inside. It goes around the outside of the Alpine, if you don't mind. Nice little overtake there from the Mercedes. Gets himself into the top 10. Meanwhile, up in the front, half a second. Hogo Pogo is now half a second away in P2. Epic has dropped down to almost a second. We've got a virtual safety car already. There was obviously carnage down the back by the looks of it. Not too sure what's happened to DR3. They're trying to get themselves into position. They didn't want to pass each other under safety car. But we are under virtual safety car again. Must be a little bit of damage on the circuit. And Bobby, yeah, look at this. Bobby, no front wing. He's got the elephant nose all hanging out there on the Ferrari, so he's going to have to box. So virtual safety car. Question is Epic with that wing damage. He's going to be so susceptible to Mars. And Combust there in P5 with you got Slippergoon. So we're right through. So didn't get much racing there, Winter, and then we're already under virtual safety car.
Yeah, but I don't think it's close. I don't think it's far from ending here. So, my question is to everyone that will probably not know this, but what do you guys reckon Cruz's strategy here is to hold on to this?
Yeah, who knows? But it's ending now, and a drive through for DR3 as well. And away we rock and roll. So Cruz has now been able to take the lead down to the main straight for this time. As they go through, we've gone green for Lacing, lap 17 of 28. Hogo Pogo P2. You've got Epic in P3 with Mars in P4 and Combus just nicely tucked down. He's got a gap already on Conrad. You've got Carnage there in P8 with Rooster Cat, Milano and Uncle Morty in the Alpine going side by side. Morty gets it on the outside and reclaims P10 as they go through section 1 for the 17th time. Rooster Cat, JB Hi-Fi, Conrad up the front. He's almost a second ahead. Cruz. Epic has got Mars all over the back of him. Under a lot of pressure. He's got that wing damage. Winter, not too sure what part of the red room that you're broadcasting from. The guys are saying in the chat. Apparently your mic's a little bit echoey. Mars up on the inside. He's got enough battery. Can he send it up on the inside here of Epic? He does. Nice little overtake. Can he hold it? He shoves Epic out. And I tell you what, Combust thinks, you know what, I might have a little piece of this too. Up on the outside of Epic. Epic in all sorts of pressure now with that wing damage. Combust on the outside. Through turn 15. Gives him a little bit of a nudge. Epic was able to handle as they come through this series of right-hand turns as we approach turn 19. And Epic might see himself slipping further and further back with that wing damage. He can't seem to control it. And is his streak... He's not going to make it 3 in a row. The way this is going, I tell you what, that looks like, 3-second time penalty. Cut the corner a little bit too close, Combust, unfortunately for him, as they come down into turn 1. Looks up on the inside, sends it. Nice little overtake there from Combust. Does Epic hold it out? He doesn't. Let's take a look at that on the rush replay, and you can see them up onto the main straight. Combust just tucked himself up nicely. Looks up on the inside. Picked his mark, and in he goes. Nice as you done. Nice overtake there from Combust. He gets himself up into P4. Our front runners, Cruz and Hogo Pogo in P1 and P2. Hogo trying desperately to remain in that 1 second time period so he can get overtake mode. We get straight mode down on the main straight. Deploying the battery. And he's catching Cruz fast. As Cruz Cruz has left all of his battery, and Hogo Pogo closed right up on top of him. Cruz needs a little bit more battery management, Winter. Looks like training this week for him. What are your thoughts? Winter's left. He's left the building. I know, there you are. You're trying to get the mic to work. Sorry about that. Epic has dropped down to P5 now. Sorry?
I thought they could hear me clear enough from the corner of the room, but I guess not.
No, very true. Conrad in P6. Now, Conrad might be the favourite here from the two McLarens, but meanwhile, Hogo Pogo. And the one thing that's problem here with Cruz is he's deploying his battery in the wrong places. This is allowing Hogo Pogo really nicely to just creep up on the back. He's got plenty of battery. And the Winter Whisperer might be right with Hogo being the winner here, mate. Nice little prediction so far. Long way to go, 9 laps to go here as we go through Sector 1. DR3's got himself 8 warnings. In fact, Mars has now got himself a penalty. They're in P3, but so has Combust. He's got 3 seconds as well. And Epic is dropping back faster. I think you're going to find Conrad's probably going to overtake him here in the next lap or two. Winter. Slushy in the chat. You're probably right, mate. Just sitting back, relaxing. Here goes Hogo Pogo. Up on the inside. Sends it. And just easy as you like. Just like taking candy from a baby, and gets himself into the lead. Just see if they can hold back. Cruz doesn't battle it out. Let's take a look at that on the rush replay. And you can see just up there as they come down the main straight, and Hogo Pogo looks really nice and comfortable. Another position done and takes the race lead. Back to live action, and Hogo Pogo now leads by 3/10. So maybe Cruz is settling back here now and thinking, you know what? I really need to get the battery up. Maybe a few laps underneath here. Just make sure that he stays within the 1 second. Maybe this is his strategy here. He's got the fresher tyres, maybe 1 lap fresher. Mars down there in P3. He's got Combus in P4 and Epic still there within a second. Conrod now 1.3 seconds away, and it's a fair gap to Silver Goon in the Cadillac. He's got Uncle Morty looking up on the inside, who broke a little bit differently there. Milano almost able to capitalise on the mistake there of Uncle Morty, not able to, and stays in P9. Roll Me One Kenobi down there in P10, and JQ down P11 with Roms. Also there on the medium tyres in P12, Shining Swarm P13, Rooster Cat. Down there in P14, he's got Creeper all over the back of him right now. And Creeper has renamed himself. He was JB Hi-Fi, and now he's gone back to Creeper, the Carnage one. As he comes through here in the Aston Martin. JB Hi-Fi all the way back down there. He's now bucks for the Reds. He's going to be in a lot of trouble at the end of this race. So, meanwhile, up the front, we've got a great little battle. Only half a second here between Hogo Pogo and Cruz. So Cruz has not let him go. He's obviously just trying to get his battery up, which he is. Obviously, didn't want to be defending. Wants to be right there behind in the slipstream of Hogo Pogo. Mars, a further 1.4 seconds away. Combus in P4. And Epic, with that wing damage, I think fifth is probably his best bet. But he's going to have his teammate all over the back of him in the next lap or so.
Yeah, what I would like to say, there's a new point, there's a new Singapore Slinging Town, Hogo Pogo.
Hogo Pogo.
I only just found out just now that he's...
Yep.
Yeah, he's the new Singapore Slinging Town alongside Charlie Jester. He's not actually from Singapore.
Well, it's true, yes. We do make mistakes here. We can't always be perfect like the governor. But, yeah, he's not from Singapore, so we found out. So Hogo Pogo, who is from Singapore, though. There you go. So he's currently leading the race. There's your penalties there. Couple of them. Milano on 6. You got Roms. Coops with the fastest lap. So JB Hi-Fi has now got the fastest lap on those Reds with 7 laps to go. So interesting battle here for the front runners between Cruz and Hogo Pogo.
Yeah, Cruz just doesn't seem to have the battery to be able to attack Hogo Pogo.
No, he doesn't.
The main attack opportunities is in the corner for. Obviously, Hogo Pogo's battery management is superb compared to Cruz.
Yep, absolutely.
Can Cruz get the right amount of battery save that he needs to draw even alongside Hogo Pogo?
No, exactly. So he's got 7 laps to do it. Is he just trying to re-energize that battery deployment? Mars in P3. I think he's probably safe there for a podium position. So Mars, I probably imagine here, he's just going to stretch his legs just a slightly. I think he's know that he's not going to battle these two guys. And Conrad, the team call from McLaren. Epic has dropped down another position. And Conrad now in P5. Nice little overtake there into the last turn. Was that team orders there at McLaren? Winter.
Yeah, it might have been, or it could have just been pure pace alone, even with the damage. Epic does seem to be wanting to position back. Knowing it's his teammate, he won't be going crazy.
No, exactly. Sorry?
But is there an opportunity for Epic to retake the position, reclaim P5 against Conrad, even with
that damage? Yeah. Soon find out. Looks like he's going to go up on the inside. So this battle between the two McLarens.
I don't know about you, Raph. I don't think there's any papaya rules here.
No, definitely, definitely no papaya rules here. Conrad thought he had the position wrapped up, but Epic had better ideas. So Conrad looks up in there, just tucks in. So these two guys are going to battle away. They've got a nice 4-second gap, but McLaren, if they're looking for points, I don't think Epic is going to give it to them. If I was the TP for McLaren, I'd be on the blower, just saying, look, Epic, get Conrad up the track and let's see if we can get him onto a podium here and push him along the way. So Combus now 4 and a bit seconds behind Mars, who's comfortably in P3 now, regardless. And Cruz and Hogo Pogo, we now enter lap 23 of 28. And our front runners, Hogo Pogo and Cruz, are now 1.7 seconds down the track with no penalties. How are we looking for warnings here? I think I remember you saying Hogo had 1 and Cruz had 2. Is that correct?
Correct. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think Cruz is on 1, Hogo Pogo is on 2.
There we go. So Cruz is on 1. And I tell you what, if memory serves me correctly, didn't a late penalty actually no? Didn't Hogo just stuff it right at the end? He spun it.
Yeah, he had a little spin, but then he caught it up, and then he got caught up in a little bit of traffic. But is this redemption for Hogo?
Exactly.
Obviously showing he's arrived on the scene. He is here not to be messed around with. Is he here to contend for the championship against Epic? Yeah. We'll never know.
Well, we're about to find out with 5 laps to go. Cruz right now just tucked in there. They're having a great little battle here for the race win.
Cruz is sitting around 30% around this sector, but Hogo Pogo is sitting around 50 to 60, 70. So, Hogo Pogo's battery management is coming key in this race.
It is absolutely 100% correct, Winter. So right now, Cruz is going to have to learn how to do it with 4 laps to go. Mars comfortably on the podium, so there'll be a good result for the Audi TP. Combust is now 5 and a bit seconds, and you've got Epic and Conrad having themselves a little bit of a battle there in the Papaya boys, 5th and 6th. Uncle Morty in the Alpine P7, Milano in the other Audi in P8 with a 3-second time penalty. Jacqua or JQ'd in the Williams. Romy One Kenobi in P10. Shining Swarm, the Singapore Sling as we refer to him, which he's not even from Singapore. Currently holding P11, but Roms is going to look up the inside here and a nice little overtake from the Aston Martin. That's something that you don't see from an Aston Martin in real life in an F1, overtaking somebody. Nice little overtake there from Roms. And he gets himself up into P11. Good little battle there between the Aston Martin of Roms and Shining Swarm in P12 as they go through. Nice little 5-way battle here, Winter.
Yeah, there is a big 5-way battle. Shiny Piastri goes around the outside of Roms. He gets moved up. Vroms gets a little bit out of shape. Yeah. Slows down. Gets from behind on the Ferrari.
Yep, exactly.
But the fake Singaporean, or as I should say, on the loose, and he's ready to go. So, I think Shiny Piastri's goal. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, that's it. Roms goes no, and then he goes wide. So, and then the Ferrari looks up on the inside of Roms. So Roms looked like he was going on the outside, and yes. So Coops goes up there. These guys are having a great battle, but Roms goes, no, you shall not pass. And he was able to hold out. Will the Ferrari? Yes, nice and slippery. But Coops, oh, geez, he's gone. He went Tokyo drifting there, did the Ferrari. He was able to hold it, Coops. Nicely done. There's a great little battle between these 5 guys. Lots of action, and Coops ascended up on the inside. Nice overtake. Geez, these boys, they're battling hard up here, Winter, and how come Roms up on the inside? They go, you know what? We might be going for P12, but we don't give a shit. Let us battle. Great little battle here, Winter, between these guys.
I'll tell you what, Ian Mack is in the fight for this points too. I'll tell you that. Not really who we would expect to be, but he is there, and he's ready to fight. So there's some good points.
That's it, exactly. These guys are going side by side. Coops looking up all over Roms here. Nice little battle. Brakes hard. It's another 5-way battle. It looks like a Scalextrics track down there, the way these guys are going past. Energy boost here, energy boost there. Oh, the Ferrari up on the inside goes Coops. Nicely done as they come into the hairpin. 4-way battle here for P12. Oh, and Roms has been able to get himself unstable. Unfortunately, just came into the rear end of Coops. And Coops has been able to battle that through. Will he hold on to the position? Nicely done, Slippergoon. Trying to fend off Creeper, who's now got up to P14 as they go side by side into the left-hander here of turn 12. And Creeper up on the outside. Can he stay there? Looks like he's got the job done. He has. He's been able to maintain it and remains in P14. Great battle. The guys up in front, don't worry, we haven't forgotten about it. But this has been a great little battle between 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th Winter.
Yes, Poland Hound P16, he's still in this battle too.
Exactly. They're just also just having a bit of excitement. Nothing wrong with watching the guys down in the back. They seem to be able to provide a bit of action here. Meanwhile, up the front, Hogo, Pogo, and Cruz all to play for 1 second now. Cruz has got through. And where's this? Is Slippergoon up on the inside, was it? Romsell, a bit of wing, as you put it, the carbon fibre confetti on the outside there. I'm not too sure. I think it might have been Creeper. They got himself a little bit of wing damage there. And he's going to come up, and Rom's in all sorts of hurt here. His teammate looking to get away past him, but 4-lap old mediums compared to 16-lap old, the Ferraris are coupes. And they'll be getting really old here, won't they? They'll be screaming at him to try and get off, and I think you're going to find it's only a matter of time between the Cadillac gets past him here and takes P12.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time, but before the Cadillac will slip a for P12, he goes to the inside, Slippergoon down the inside, moves back to the racing line, clean move done by Slippergoon up to P12. Obviously was fighting for the podium in Brazil. Obviously, pace might vary between tracks.
Yeah.
But no matter what, this is good points for Cadillac, no matter where they are.
Exactly, but he will be definitely disappointed with his performance. It was a really good performance last week in Brazil. He definitely wouldn't be expecting a P12, but a nice little overtaking now. He can see 6 seconds down is Shining Swarm, the Singapore convert, as we like to refer to him, or the ex-Singapore bloke. He's not even from Singapore, but that's okay. Romeo and Kenobi. Further 6 seconds down, then you've got J. Cood in P9, Milano P8, and Uncle Morty in P7. And then you've got about a 2-second gap now to Epic with Conrad, who's now starting to close in on Combus for P4. So he's now 2 seconds with about a lap and a half to go. Now penalties are going to cost Combus at least one position, possibly two. The boss has spoken, by the way, mate. We've been told. Sorry, Winter. I had to get the penalties up. Yeah, got to get the penalties up. Yes, exactly. I suppose when we're guests in his house, mate, here in his red room, we have to do what the boss says. And the boss gets what he wants. So there's your penalties there, boss. Don't be harsh on us, but a 2-second gap now. Hogo Pogo, he was your tip of the safety car.
Yeah, Hogo Pogo has put through an amazing final stint, getting past Cruz, managing the battery to perfection. Is still a whole lap to go.
But yeah, 2 seconds now.
A lot can happen in a lap.
It can.
I'll tell you that. But Cruz is really not catching. Is that gap going to go even further back or not?
No, exactly. So right now, Conrad is definitely on for fourth position with Mars Cruz. So Hogo Pogo started on P2. Or actually, he got the pole, didn't he? Sorry, he got the pole right at the very end over Cruz. And he's been able to maintain it. Now, a bit of a difficulty in the middle part with the safety car allowed Cruz to get past him. But Hogo Pogo, since he got past, he's been able to show Cruz a clean pair of heels. And it's been a really good win. This will be his first win for season 11. He breaks the streak of Epic's 2 wins, the first 2 races. And he's only got a few corners to go. Riding on board here with the Haas, he'll be so satisfied here. Battled hard in Brazil before he came a cropper at the very last moment. He's been able to do well. He's in the sprint. He battled hard, but Epic just had all the answers. But here in the main race, when all the big points count, it is going to be the Haas of Hogo Pogo. Comes through to the last 2 turns. The Haas TP will be standing up, clapping in appreciation for this one. And it's going to be Hogo Pogo across the line. He wins here in Cota. Followed closely by Cruz in P2. Mars is going to get himself a well-deserved podium. Combus is going to come across the line in P4, but that penalty is going to cost him as Conrad goes through. Will it be enough? No, because Epic's got a 6-second penalty. Uncle Morty's leapfrogged. Epic, he's dropped down to P7. Milano P8. J. Cood in P9 has been able to leapfrog Milano after penalties. Roll Me One Kenobi coming across in P10. Shining Swarm with those 9 seconds of penalties. He'll have Slippergoon for the Cadillac, will leapfrog him quite comfortably. Yep. And Cooper with 15 seconds of penalties. Again, penalties like Candy Cane is in P14. Roms in P14. We've got Creeper across the line now in P15. Ian Mack is going to come across in or you'll finish in P14. Coops in P15.
It's double house points, baby.
Yes, double house. Very good. There you go.
Well done, Ian Mack. He finished exactly where I did in Div 2, but it doesn't matter. Well done from Ian Mack, in my opinion. That is nice to feel.
Yes. Very done. Awesome. And you got Roms now, will finish in P17. JB Hi-Fi, or Carnage as I would like to refer to him. He'll be off to the steward's room, where I would imagine the governor is going to get the cane out, and he might be looking at 100 lashes, the Carnage one. And Rooster Cat coming across the line. He'll be last across the 19th, and that's it.
Race over.
Race over.
Hogan is on the top step in the Texas country of the United States of America.
There you go.
Oh.
So Winter, one of the Haas drivers in Tier 2, extremely excited for his Singapore teammate who gets the job done here in Cota. So let's wrap it up. Your race winner, obviously, is Hogo Pogo. Fastest lap goes to JB Hi-Fi Carnage, JQ driver of the day. JB Hi-Fi most overtakes, and cleanest driver Conrad. I tell you what, if Carnage had got the cleanest driver, there would have been something wrong. So let's wrap it up, and it's Hogo Pogo with his first win for season 11 in P1 Cruise, a much deserved second position. Mars on the podium for the first time this year. Then you've got Conrad in P4. Epic, his streak of 2 wins and now is over. Cumbus in P6. Uncle Morty P7. Milano, Slippergoon, JQ wraps out your top 10. Roll Me One Kenobi, Shining Swarm, Creeper, Ian Mack, Cooper O, Paul in Hell in P16, Roms goes down to P17, Carnage or JB Hi-Fi in P18, Rooster Cat P19, DR3 or Travistar in P20, Bobby and Piercat who did not finish. So that's it.
Yeah, but we need to get sprint results real quickly.
Yes, sorry mate. I didn't get it. Damn it.
I'll screen record it.
Yeah, it's okay, mate. It's all good.
I'll get it. It's all good.
Yep.
All sorted.
Yep. It's the old man.
I am excited.
Doesn't matter. Conrad got it, mate. It's across the line, mate. You go back a few laps. There we go. So let's go to a victory lane and get the boys into the commentary box.
Who was driver of the day?
It was Jay Cootie.
Ooh, Don J.
Don J.
I'm trying to remember who's on the podium.
So you had Hogo Pogo, you had Mars, and you had
Mars,
Cruz.
That's it. That's who I was missing.
Yep.
Can't seem to add Mars. Okay.
Everyone ready to rock and roll? Just waiting for the boys to come in. And we'll get the podium interviews underway really shortly. Good race though, must say.
That was a cracking race from all the drivers there.
Yeah, so we've got Cruz, we've got Don J. We're just waiting for our driver of the day to join us.
Driver of the day is Don J. So I'll let you take that away.
Don J, and we've got everyone here. So Don J, Congratulations, driver of the day. Tell us about your race, mate. They're all
Well, I
on mute.
started from the back and
Started from the back.
15 seconds added on, so it should still be P11.
Ah, right, okay, no problems. Bit of carnage during the race. I mean, we had the sprint race before, and then you've obviously had the wet qualifying, but seemed to keep your nose clean. So, where did the penalties come from?
The penalties?
The 15
I got
seconds.
a penalty from last week's race.
Ah, right, okay. Yep, sorry about that.
And then I had the quality ban.
Yep, okay, fair enough. So there you go. Well, you still got driver of the day. So, any sort of highlights for you out of that?
Just no incidents, really.
That's
no
good.
Penalties, no nothing.
No, good stuff. Beautiful. Well, congratulations on driver of the day. Let's move on to the podium positions. Winter, take P3.
Okay, Mars.
Hello,
Thank you,
mate.
race from you, mate. That was amazing to watch, mate.
Thank
How
you.
do you feel?
Oh, over the moon, mate. Absolutely fantastic. So, the car, fantastic. Can't complain. Team principal, can't complain. Loved it. So,
Yeah. So how were you feeling driving when it came to all the pressure that you had a 3-second epic, the championship leader was behind you? How was that?
I was stressing a little bit with the 3-second penalty. So I tried to keep myself clean for the last 12 laps, I feel it was when I got it. So I was stressing a little bit, but the last 3, I was like, I have enough lead. So besides that, I thought I did really well. So yeah, I'll take it, and I'll take my overtake around the outside going to the chicane in the sprint race as well. So
Okay. No,
Yeah, well done from you. Is there anyone you would like to give a shout out to?
yes, I would love to give a shout out. Hang on, give me 2 secs. My team principal, Supreme Overlord Sticky Party. Thank you for giving me the trust and with the car and giving me the opportunity to get you a podium. I know there's going to be a lot more. So, and my teammate Milano. I know he finished 9th, but I feel like we have a good connection and we can see where this goes. So,
congratulations,
that's
mate.
it.
Well done, buddy. Well done.
Cheers, mate.
Enjoy the
Thank
podium.
you.
Moving on to P2.
I will. Thank you.
Welcome to the Governor's Red Room cruise for P2. Congratulations. Don't slip on the wet stuff. You don't want to do that. Governor is got some rules that we need to play by, so don't interrupt. Tell us about your race, mate.
Oh, I'm ecstatic. That was very lucky, but it was a very good race. I mean, quali was very lucky as well. I don't know how I got P2. I pulled that out of nowhere. The race got a decent start. I was 12-ish seconds ahead of P4 at some time, and I was with Hogo Pogo, obviously the race winner for almost the entire race. So I'm very proud of that performance, and it's only my fourth or fifth race in Rush, so I'm ecstatic.
Congratulations, mate. Winter, any questions for Cruz?
Hey Cruz, how was I said this to Mars, but how was the general feeling of leading the race, trying to win this race? What was the feeling? We know you were feeling ecstatic about the result. How was the feeling during the race?
It was terrifying, to be honest. Like when I was leading under the safety car, I was like shaking inside. I was like, it was very, very nerve-wracking, but at the end of the day, I knew Hogo Pogo was going to win it from the start. He was way quicker than me, and props to him. He was good the entire race. I knew I wasn't going to win it. He was just too good.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. And I noticed also maybe Hogo Pogo's battery management was definitely a little bit more skilled. We noticed that plenty of time that Hogo was banking it up, and you seem to struggle in bits and pieces. So is that something that you believe that you'll need to work on for the rest of the season?
Yeah, definitely. My battery management's horrible, especially at Texas.
Mm-hmm. No, fair enough. But hey, you know what, mate? Take the podium. Congratulations. I'm sure your TB will really be proud, and we'll see you next week. And we move on to our winner. Well, we thought he might have got the job done in Brazil, but late there he made a critical mistake which cost him at least a podium and maybe in the race win. But the Wicked Witch is dead. He has broken Epic's streak of 2 wins and finds himself our race winner. Congratulations, Hogo Pogo. Tell us about your race.
Oh, it was very fun, to be honest. I think Cruz was pressuring me at the start. I think after that, I think his tire started to fall off, so I was able to break away from him.
Mm-hmm.
Then throughout the race, I had I think I racked up 2 warnings within the first 7 laps. So the whole race, I was trying my best not to track a stand or anything.
Yeah. No, fair enough. And I mean, obviously, you kept it clean. We did say to Cruz before, it just seems that your battery management just a little bit more advanced than Cruz, and you were able to use that to your advantage.
Battery management, especially on the long straight. Because if I knew if I could get my percentage up before that long straight, I would be able to be in a good place.
Fair enough. Winter, any questions for our race winner?
Hogo, my man. This is what we want to see. We at Haas, we love to, as you know, we love to support. We love to take care of each other. This is exactly what we want to see when it comes to results. Practice hard for this. You deserve this. How was the feeling after crossing the line for that first win, after the redemption that you got from Brazil?
Yeah, I felt very good. Very good.
Fair enough, mate. That's good stuff. So, look, from there, but look, Hogo Pogo, congratulations. You've broken the epic streak, and I'm not too sure, but he may not be around for much longer. But next week we move on to Zandvoort. How do you feel going into that round, Hugo?
Yeah, I just need more practice on the track. I've not been able to play much lately, so yeah, I'll have to see next week.
No worries. Any final thoughts? Any more questions, Winter?
The main, what I wanted to ask, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to, or anyone that you may have had in this race?
Definitely the team principal, because he was giving me information on the battery, so that I was able to know when to deploy it and stuff. Yep.
No, fair enough, mate. Congratulations. So, well done to you, mate, Hugo. Hopefully, we will see you on the top step a few more times as we go on to this season. So that is that. Let's wrap it up from here. That is it for Cota. We obviously have the reserves tomorrow night, and then we move on to Zandvoort for round 4. Some exciting racing there. Don't forget, tune in Saturday for Tier 1, and you got Tier 2 on Sunday, and then the stellar voices of the number 1 commentary team, Rapper Pajala and Winter, tuning in on Tuesday, mate. Looking forward to seeing you again in a week's time, Winter.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, looking forward to it if I'm here. That's the main problem. We might be switching swappy, but we never know.
You never know, mate.
I do like doing some Div 4 comms. So
very good.
Maybe next week. Maybe.
Well, you never know. Well, anyway, looks like we've been called into the principal offices, Winter. Thanks very much for everyone for tuning in. It's been an amazing race. Congratulations to Hugo on his first main win for the season. Until we see next week in Zandvoort, it's lights out and bye for now. Good night, everyone.